So, hello everyone. This is Ayush Kapileswar.
And I am Aryan Kathale.
So, together we are contributing on a project which is pet adoption and shelter analytics system. This would be a cloud-based, data-driven application for modern animal shelters. And we just recently came up with this idea because we thought it could solve various kind of problems. So what we thought of is together as a team, we worked on building an end-to-end system covering both front-end, back-end database and deployment, which would be on Streamlit. So as we know, animal shelters handle a large amount of data every day, but most of it is managed using manual logs, spreadsheets, or fragmented systems. Uh, so what this leads to is three major problems. First is the inefficiency to track animals. The second would be data scattered across multiple systems, and there would be no easy way around to analyze adoption trends. So, because of this, shelters struggle to make data-driven decisions that could improve adoption outcomes. Over to Aryan.
Hi. So now what our mission is to solve these challenges, we've defined three clear goals. First one is to digitalize and centralize all animal records into one system. So create a single source of truth for all animal records and eliminating the reliance on paper and disparate files. The second one would be to simplify data management and so even the non-technical staff at the shelter can use it easily because as we know the animal shelter staffs are not exactly tech savvy, so we should make an application that should be easy to use for them. And thirdly, it would be to build a scalable foundation so the system can grow as the shelter grows. Our focus was not just functionality but also usability and long-term scalability. And this is our system architecture. Our system architecture, this slide shows our end-to-end system architecture. uh, in this, the user interacts with the Streamlit web application, and the requests are handled by Python backend using PyMongo, which communicates with a MongoDB Atlas cloud database. And this separation allows us cleaner data flow, secure processing, and cloud-based for accessibility from anywhere. So if a shelter has many branches, then all of the branches could use the same database. So they have a collective information on all the animals that are being adopted or being admitted into the shelter. Now over to Ayush.
Okay, so our next job would be choosing the right tools for the job. So what we did was we carefully selected our tools to balance speed, flexibility, and scalability. So what we did first thing is selected Streamlit for rapid front-end development as it was quite fast. And then we had Python and PyMongo for our backend logic and database integration. As we learned in our course, MongoDB Atlas as our now will act as our NoSQL cloud database, and then further ahead, GitHub and Streamlit Cloud will collaborate together for version control and deployment. So what will this do is this stack allows us to go from development to deployment very efficiently. And then over to the next slide. Why did we choose NoSQL? As we all know, animal shelter data is semi-structured. Not every animal has the same attributes. So we thought a rigid SQL schema would restrict this flexibility. MongoDB's document-based NoSQL model will allow us to easily handle such variations and also scale our storage automatically. And in effect, will store data naturally as our JSON documents. So this made MongoDB the ideal choice for our use case. So now over to the next slide and over to Aryan.
Okay, so the next slide is the user experience. Now we designed our user experience to be simple and error resistant. So users just enter data through the form-based inputs, which is much easier because many of us are familiar with the form-based inputs. Then drop-downs are used wherever possible to ensure the data consistency. And once submitted, the backend processes this form and instantly stores data in the MongoDB. This ensures real-time updates with minimum effort from the user. And now is our core application functionality. So the core applications or core features of our application include, first of all, adding the new animal records, then structured JSON storage on the cloud, then persistent access through MongoDB Atlas, and then secure credential handling using Streamlit's secret management. Together, these features create a reliable and production ready system. Now, over to Ayush.
Okay. So the next slide we will discuss about the most important thing, that's the challenges that we faced. Overall, during deployment, we faced a lot of challenges. So first thing that we encountered was MongoDB connection string errors. So the MongoDB was not connecting efficiently. There were several credential and security issues which we faced on the way, and also firewall and IP access configuration problems. We remember we spent an hour or so or more for just for Streamlit to properly connect to MongoDB Atlas. So in effect, we resolved these by carefully validating configurations, rechecking again, and using Streamlit Secret Manager, which worked as a charm, and then correctly setting MongoDB Atlas's network rules. So the over to the next slide, and over to Aryan, please.
So now in our team contributions, I focused on the application logic, front-end development using Streamlit, and data modeling, and also query handling. And
For my part, what I primarily worked on is database architecture, MongoDB setup, backend integration, deployment, and security debugging.
we collaborated closely to ensure smooth integration across all components. And this project helped us gain strong hands-on experience on full stack and cloud development, uh, NoSQL database design, and systematic debugging of real deployment issues. It closely resembled how real-world production systems are built and maintained. Now over to Ayush.
Okay, so the next part, which becomes very important, is talking about the future scope. So this system provides us with a strong foundation for future expansion. So our next enhancements would include integrating real world shelters, then some predictive analytics to improve adoption rates, then role based authentication and security, and then advanced dashboards for insights. So overall, this project demonstrates how data systems can meaningfully support and create a social impact. So that would be all from our side, and we would love to say a big thank you. Uh, so that would be it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.